Morning all, how are we today? Just a quick stream today because I've got a blood test in 40 minutes or so, about 3/4 an hour, so I need to do that. Well, I have my tea as usual, and whilst I'm drinking my tea I thought I'd have a quick look at some PRs related to RST to PDF, as I've not looked at that recently. Spent most of yesterday planning and thinking about a more offline hobby. May or may not do it, we'll see. But it's quite interesting to think about at least. But today is a Monday, we're back to work. Normal working day. Time for tea and start coding. That's a nice cup of tea. Okay, so let's turn on the desktop, open Safari, put Safari on the right screen. That looks like a more useful place to be, doesn't it? And what shall we do? GitHub RST pulls. Here we go, open up an item because we're going to need one of those. We're probably going to need the pie chart as well. So let's start that up. Probably need one of those at some point. Okay. So what's happened? We have 3 Dependabot updates, and then I see one by Lorna, which I think probably does the same 3 items. So let's have a look. I knew, but this PR combines all 3, 5, 6, and 7. 95, 6, and 7. Yeah, 5, 6, and 7. So it combines the previous 3. So it does. I can't think why that caused a problem. All the tests have passed. That's all looking good. So what's actually changed? So it's reformatted. Oh, that's a weird reformatting. Is it afterwards? So minus R via requirements in on AA figure. Okay, yeah, so it's afterwards. Ooh, that is a weird reformatting. Right, that reformatting is that we're going to break it all again later, as I guess pip compile will break it the other way. Oh well. Let's run it, make sure we're actually happy with it. So that's GHPR checkout 998. So we check it out locally, like so. That didn't take long. Then we can do PyTest minus x, not x, minus n auto to run them. And that'll just run all the tests for us in parallel, because tests are all supposed to be independent of one another anyway, aren't they? It's one of the few things that spins up the fan on the computer. I don't know if you can hear it. Can you hear that? So the activity monitor. This is all the CPU cores. They're all running at max. So we run our tests. And when the tests finish, you'll see them all drop down again. There we go. Tests are finished. Second cores all dropped immediately, and then the other ones drop as well. We go back to normal, which is obviously not very much load on this computer at all. With this 20 hyper threaded cores, 10 cores, 2 hyper threads per core. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. But you can see the main core on each. Every other one, because that's an actual core on the processor. And then so it doesn't use the hyper-threaded core if there's a separate core to use, which is quite cool, isn't it? Anyway, so that passed everything okay, so that's a good sign, so we can probably go ahead and commit this. Let's review the changes. Those reformatting is next use pip compile. Approve. Review, submit the review, there we go. So the holiday rebase in, git checkout master, git not rebase. Let's pull it, make sure we've got the latest version. Yes we do, sorry, let's pull from upstream. Make sure we've got the latest version. Yes we do. Now we can git merge no files forward from bump dependencies. And this is going to close hash 998, close hash 997, close hash 996, and close hash 995. I close all of those in one hit, like so. Git push upstream master and git push to origins master. So my local clone is up to date as well. This one has merged, which it has done. And if we go back to the list of pull requests, it's closed all the others as well. So that's convenient. Definitely making progress here today, aren't we? So one very simple review and suddenly we have cleared out 4 pull requests. That doesn't happen very often, does it? So let's get rid of that branch. It's minus the rob. Pump dependencies, we don't need that anymore. Cool. So what else we got here? We've got this 0.98 snap, that's still ongoing. Fix the headers of files. That's stuck waiting feedback from Stephen. Might close that on the grounds that clearly Stephen hasn't had time to get to it. So I'm going to close it and then he can reopen it if he ever gets to it. Closing for now. As clearly as Stephen hasn't had time to deal with this and revisit. It's blocked or waiting for feedback. Feedback for so there's 2 questions. I think we've already asked him yet. Stephen, when slash as and when, oh that's how you spell when you have time and inclination. Morning John, how are you this morning? Watching me do a little bit of PR tidy up on RST to PDF. Not full on though, because I've got a blood test with local surgery in about 25 minutes now, so not long to go before I have to stop. One of the few times I go out of the house and meet a human that's not part of my family. Though of course the nurse for doing the blood test is hardly a great reason. The time and inclination to address. Feel free to reopen. Close for comment. Is this a regular appointment? Yes, I have a chronic condition which is very boring and doesn't actually affect my day-to-day that much around arthritis. And I have pills. I have medicine that I have to take once a week for that. And the effect of that medicine means they need to need to monitor my blood tests, my blood via tests once a month. So just something you do. I've been doing it for 2 or so years now. 3 years? 3 years now, maybe. A while, maybe 4. I've got no clue, as you can tell. The year whilst they were trying to work out what was wrong was not a great year, but once they worked out what's happening and got me on the right meds, the problem, which was mostly pains in my feet and hands, have mostly resolved themselves. I'm back to the normal RSI issues. And you don't really think about it after a while, do you? It's just one of those things that you deal with. You just remember to get your tests done and put in your repeat prescription, get your pills, take them. Definitely not the worst thing in the world. So we've closed. Why isn't that? There we go. We've closed that PR. I've got 2 open PRs. That's looking more promising. Yeah, cheers. Can't do anything about 928, the snap on the 0.98, because I think that's open so that Lorna remembers and keeps an eye on it in her brain to get solved. So that's definitely a font-related issue. And I have a feeling she did something with the Starsheet refresh recently. How far? 8 days ago, yeah, so fairly recently. I haven't looked in that recently. So what we've done, I updated the colours, that's been merged in. I think we carry on with the change. Oh yeah, that's right. There's a problem with the font standardization. So I think what I need to do is I want to kill my branch and then pull it out again. So let's start, this is called Starsheet Review. Let's start by git branch -d style sheet review colors. We don't need that anymore. D, because that's been merged actually. Let's git checkout. Git start gh pr checkout 988. Yes, I miss her doing maintenance on this repo as well, because the stream was great. She's a very personable person on a stream. So I'm vaguely hopeful she'll come back now she's settling more into her new role at Haven. But I expect we'll start seeing data related streams rather than RST ones. So that'd be good anyway. And obviously it had the useful side effect of actually keeping the project going nicely and moving it forward, which is always nice. Right, I wonder, having done that, it looks like it's pulled some stuff down. I can now delete that. Oh, I deleted it anyway. Oh well. Has deleted that branch. What do I know what I'm doing? Good, okay, that branch is gone. Right, so what did she do? So she did this one and this one. Right, TOC picks up font sans. TOC1 is picking up font sans bold. And that means we need to fix the tests. So you can see the tests we're now still using the alias std bold. We're now using font instead of standard as our prefix for all the fonts, which makes a lot more sense. I quite like that. And obviously standard font there makes no sense. Font serif, font sans. Yeah, so there's a whole load of changes to all the tests so that they pass. And that means all the tests pass. Should we try that? PyTest. Mostly I just like running the tests on this project. No, they still all fail. That's not a good look, is it? All those failures. When I go back to using a laptop and not this desktop, I'm going to miss the speed of the tests. Whee! So I wonder what all those failures are. Number of blocks changed. That's a fairly massive change. Number of blocks in page A was 4. Page B is 5. That's numbered links 2. RST to PDF, CD tests, slash, there, so CD RST to PDF slash tests. Open PDFs. What was it? Input that. Oh, I moved it. Oh, that's quite cool. I forgot I'd done that. It's not an input, it's an output. That's not going to help, is it? Oh no, I've forgotten completely how my little script works. Just need to pass in the test. So these are the two. There you go, it's missing the 1. So the test has correctly determined that there is a difference. This is a reference, that's interesting. So the new one in output has now got a page number, and the old one didn't have a page number. That's interesting, isn't it? I wonder if that's the same problem for test bullet charts as well. Open PDFs. Yeah, there's a bullet. There's a number on this one. This, yeah, the output that's not on the reference. For some reason, we're now getting a page number. I wonder if the actual test is seeing that. No, all the checks are passing, so it's something to do with my local copy. My local copy is doing something wrong. Now you clear out. I wonder what that is. I wonder if you. I've got cache something somewhere. Or maybe an newer, older version of dependencies. Python, was it Python? How'd you do that? How'd you set it up? I don't remember. Charm, isn't it? Maybe it's in contributing. There, this looks promising. But I don't think you need that section. I think you can just do that. Made some changes. New version of Pigments. Old version of pip, which I probably need to update. What's that command? So I'll update pip and then I'll run again. Check nothing's changed. Pip changed their dependency resolution algorithm recently, so I know that sometimes you get an issue. But no, it doesn't look like it. Run tests again, see if they work this time. Nope, still failing, probably for the same reason. That is not a good look. So why are my tests failing, but the CI build is not failing? Git log -1. Yeah, it must have the latest version. Why are my tests failing? Git status. What is, should we do an update? What causes line numbers to, sorry, not footer, what causes the footer to display when it wasn't? So what numbered links? Numbered links 2? No, numbered links. Numbered links. That one. Use numbered links. Footer. What causes a footer create PDF? Footer is none. No, it's not called default, is it? It's styles.yaml or something like that. Styles. That's the default one. No, it's not. Styles.yaml. That's the default one. See, that sets the main page to a default footer. That's the RST one. It doesn't set the main page. at all. So your first template is set to one column. One column. Well, it says show footer, but it doesn't set the footer. So our first template is main page, and it does set a show footer. So if I change that to false, I wonder if my test passes. No, it still fails. That's strange. I wonder why that is. How's the test work? I don't remember. We had the test done. Yeah, but is it done in the test folder? Yeah, this is it. So we do the comparison and compare PDFs. Let's start at the bottom. Collect all the PI files. So we'll grab the PDF. There's the command, date environment -v input ref. If there's a CLI, we add it. If there's a YAML file, we add it. So why is it adding a footer? Why isn't this being picked up more importantly? So let's do an RT to PDF -v. -v, not minus version. That's not a good look. Or maybe it's minus version. Okay, yes, it's -v for verbose. Minus output numbered links.pdf and process that. Choosing my own styles file, but I don't think I've got anything in there. No, that directory doesn't exist, so that's fine. So it's only using whatever's in that directory. And that's where it's getting styles from. /styles.yaml. Oh, first page is main page. Oh, I'm using the wrong styles. This is not this. Oh, that's interesting. Wonder why that is. If I change that to false and run that PyTest again, I wonder if it'll work. Nope. I got the right number of blocks though, 4 and 4. That's not going to help. This is numbered links. There's the two PDFs. That's a reference. This is the original. Oh yeah, the fonts are completely different, so they should be fading. Old, new. I'm a little concerned that my star file is not the one being used. Because I thought I'd installed it so that what was being run matched what was being checked out. So I don't know what I've done wrong there. That's not helping whatsoever. However, I do need to go for my blood test, so we will have to deal with this another time. Interesting though, definitely something going on there which I don't understand. Story of my life. What can you do? We'll learn about it later anyway, and yeah, I hope you all have a good day. I'm going to go and get my blood test done, and then I will be starting the rest of my day getting some work done. So have a good one all.